shrug emoji, send tweet, Siri, send tweet, send it, send it. Hi, ugly. It's me, Bussy, and welcome back to Hot or Right. And today, we are reviewing the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 4. It's finally here! Today, our Final Four were challenged to remix a Rupaul Megamix with their own lyrics and perform some pretty intense choreography and a grand finale performance. And on the runway, almost all of our UK Season 4 queens returned to the runway one last time to present their grand finale extravaganza, Boots the House Down, Yes God, Oh, drag. Plus, there was oodles and noodles of drama. After the finale, Baby was seen on Twitter talking a little bit about why she wasn't there, and discusses no longer identifying as a drag queen. Krystal Versace was called out for allegedly copying IsSheHungry's makeup. Just May addressed her haters, which is to say we've got a lot to cover today in the arena of Drag Race UK. But first, let's get powered up with my new favorite game, Mech Arena. Click the link in the description of this video or scan the QR code right there to start downloading Mech Arena while I tell you more about it. Mech Arena is a PvP team-based shooter with customizable mechs. That's these guys running around the screen right here, that you tailor to your preferred playstyle and personality with over 30 unique weapons and 500 special skins. So this is my hangar, where I keep all my mechs. And each one has different abilities, like my Panther's Stasis Barrier, which can block enemy fire, clutch for when your team is low on health. And this is my Paragon mech with a speed boost ability that can help you get right into the middle of the fights. And as for a pilot, let's throw in Crow to give my Paragon mech an HP and damage boost. Now let's jump in a match and test it out. So this is the loadout, and now I've got to go find the enemy team and destroy them. Got him. Another one. Another one. We won! Test your mech skills by playing solo or with teams against other players around the world on over 20 gorgeous maps, and on game modes like Control Point Capture and Deathmatch. Now let me tell you about this awesome new pilot, Neymar Jr., who's great because he can massively boost your damage output, and is the only pilot in the game that allows you to sprint longer and more often. And you can get Neymar Jr. for free. Just play Mech Arena on 7 different days from now until December 18th. Mech Arena is major, and I know you're gonna love it. And best of all, it's completely free to play on Android and iOS. Use the link in the description of my video or scan the QR code right there to start downloading Mech Arena right now. You'll get a free starter pack worth $30, a skin, 1 amateur crate, and 5,000 credits to get a head start in the game. Don't miss out, and hurry in so we can play some matches together. Thanks Mech Arena for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's crown a winner, baby. First up, hots all around to our returning cast of UK Season 4. Everybody really looked phenomenal in their finale Eleganza Extravaganza runways. And Starlet, looking like Cinderella? That goofy little girl. I missed her. Seriously though, the way every single queen looked so incredible. It just goes to show how seriously this cast took this season and how much talent there was. I also thought it was great that the entire cast got to have cameos in the main finale Megamix performance. These queens put a lot on the line to compete on RuPaul's Drag Race, mentally, physically, emotionally, and I just really want to give some love to everybody and to remind you all to go give them some love for being on our screens one last time. Now on to our final four in the order they performed. First up, we've got the seasoning of the season, Black Peppa, who had such an excellent elimination-defying run this season. She was the lip sync assassin time after time, and every time I saw her going into the bottom, I was like, I don't want to see her go, but I love to watch her do her best to stay. But it wasn't just the lip sync that kept me addicted to Black Peppa. It was her uniqueness, nerve, charisma, and talent that really drew me to her. She's someone who radiates confidence and has the chops to back it up. And let's not forget the runways, the headpiece queen of the season. And y'all know I've been a Black Peppa stan since the beginning of the season. But what she did tonight in the challenge was, I think, an excellent capstone on her entire Drag Race run. She sang, "Let's go, let's start it up, check it out, watch this, a bad gal rhythm with a Caribbean twist. Latex, baby, taste this leather. Everybody's salty, but I'm just Peppa." And I know me reading those lyrics are not gonna do what she did in that verse justice, but she gave a galvanized, energetic, delivery of these lyrics that was so fresh for her and so recharged, and I really appreciated it. Because even as she acknowledges in her lyrics, she did have so many soft-spoken moments where I think she struggled to find her voice or confidence, specifically in comedy challenges. But this verse was a beautiful reflection on that, to say, that was me, but look at me now. But it wasn't just her lyrics telling the story of who she started this competition as and who she is now, but also the way that she absolutely killed the choreo. She reminded us with every drop and every bop that she was the lip sync assassin of the season, and y'all are not gonna forget it. There was this part of the episode in Untucked when Lauren Chaney was telling the final four that they need to remember they're fabulous, but not Beyonce. And Black Peppa just looks at her and she's like, but I think I'm Beyonce. And this performance backed that statement up. Black Peppa belongs on a stage, if that's what she wants, for the rest of her life. This performance was hot. But girl, another place that she is absolutely at home at 24/7, the Mother Tuckin' Runway. Look at this. This gown is a gorgeous homage to fashion, her personal brand of fashion. She's wearing a tattered, deconstructed racer flag that has been turned into a gown that's kind of motocross, but also 100% glamazon. I just know RuPaul was so proud watching Black Peppa in this look. Also want to acknowledge, I think she did something extra special with her makeup tonight. It was so fierce. This is a top shelf spice cabinet look here from Black Peppa. This look is so hot. Next up, grab a slice. It's Cheddar Gorgeous. And this is a queen who has really proven that she can and has and will continue to do it all. Acting, comedy, professionalism, history lessons. Dr. Cheddar Gorgeous is in the house. And what I'll remember most from Cheddar throughout this season is her gorgeous take on art, drag, and life as a whole. She loves love and loves people, and I think she's made all of that very clear through specifically the presentation of her runways this season. We saw the Pansy Project and Pink Triangle runways really as a testament to, I think, her great appreciation for people. Plus, for as serious as she is and takes so many things, she's also funny as hell. Let's not forget she won Snatch Game. And in tonight's challenge, she acknowledges all that right off the bat, singing, "It's me, Cheddar Gorgeous, OG queen of versatility. Leave your doubt behind you, believe you can be more. Learn to love the alien, throw the rulebook out the door." And if those lyrics were not an exact testament to literally everything that I just said about her, oh my god. Unique, always different, never the same. She's that girl. Her lyrics, I think, were as beautiful as she is and true to her drag as they could possibly have been. And she did sing them, which I think made them feel a bit short in comparison to some of the quicker pace lyrics tonight, but the greater impact was still there. And the only critique that I had on her performance in this mega mix was the choreo was not as maybe exciting as someone who was dancing the house down boots like Black Peppa. In Cheddar's performance specifically, she kept going back to this kind of Macarena style dance thing that was happening, and I was like, okay, hey Macarena, yeah. I think we all kind of knew though, going into this challenge, that high energy dance track style performance is not necessarily Cheddar's forte, but I think she did a great job, all things considered. This absolutely gets a hot from me. On the runway though, oh my god, she takes us to infinity and beyond. This is a next level deity goddess look from Cheddar Gorgeous. This is, I think, the perfect capstone of runway looks that she could have delivered tonight. She looks like a walking, living, breathing, celestial body come from outer space to grace us with her presence and share the knowledge of the future with us. I also love the like salad fingers that she had on. Rusty spoons, anyone? The feeling of rust against my salad fingers. This look is the perfect encapsulation of Cheddar Gorgeous's attention to detail in every single thing that she does. Everywhere you look, there's a bead, there's a stone, there's a perfectly paid attention to piece of fabric that is rouged or stitched in a way that accentuates her body and creates a gorgeous silhouette. This is absolutely phenomenal. Forget a slice, I want the whole block of this Cheddar. This look is hot. Next up, she's got a beard, but nothing to hide. It's Danny Beard. And Michelle made a comment about Danny tonight that I think was the best compliment you could really give a performer like Danny, and that was she would watch Danny Beard perform the phone book. Yeah, I mean, I would too. The talent and charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent is, I think, perfectly exemplified by this person, Danny Beard. And her highlights to me from this season were when she was front and center on stage in the Rusical, and also, of course, last week's roast. She's the queen you want headlining your gigs, working the mic, talking to the audience, and entertaining the people. And in tonight's challenge, she sang, "Look at me, girl, I'm phenomenal. I'll grab her style and abdominals, get you laughing so hard all over these hoes. These queens going down like dominoes." And I think what I love most about Danny's verse tonight was how much fun she had, which again, I think is me highlighting how much she truly loves performing. It shines through no matter what she's doing. Her performance is funny and lighthearted. I was laughing and enjoying every second of it. Plus, I love that classic tearaway reveal thing she did during her performance, which is just so stupid. There's no reason to tear off this much of a skirt to reveal nothing special underneath, but she did it, and that's why it's funny. The one critique I have for Danny's performance is the same thing I was thinking about Cheddar's. Seeing these two dance after watching Black Peppa dance, and you're like, wow, okay, some people really are dancers, and some are also dancers, but they're not Beyonce. Love what she did though. This performance was hot. And on the runway, she's a lively liverbird, which by the way is a symbol of her hometown Liverpool. And I think it's really cool that she is doing an homage to her hometown Liverpool in this finale runway. She's a golden phoenix rising from the ashes. And I love the top part of this look so much. That hair and makeup is top tier untouchable. It is perfectly sculpted, perfectly everything. It's giving me like Blade Runner replicant vibes, but with that touch of club kid aesthetic that is so unique to Danny Beard. The rest of the look though, I think is just a hair, or I guess I should say feather, under Danny reaching a new height on the runway, but only because that black cocktail dress that she is wearing beneath all of the gorgeous gold featherings with all that amazing texture is so plain in contrast. Has she found a way to, I think, incorporate some of the intricate detailing in the golden feather part of the look to the base of the outfit and on the shoes as well? This could have been taken to new heights. I think really though she's only a victim of her prior success on the runway here, because she has delivered so much cohesive, unique, club kid, interesting things on the runway that have left us gagging and begging for more. God, don't shave this queen. This look is hot. Next up, JB's in the house. No, not Justin Bieber. Jonbers blonde. That was stupid. I don't know why I said that. I was dying at the judges talking about how they basically did not expect her to be in the finale when they first saw her walk into the workroom. I think it was Graham who even said he would have placed a 100-to-1 bet on her being in the finale. And you know, even I remember from day one of the cast reveal thinking, I don't know what the hell to expect from this queen. She seems like such a wild card. And hey, as it turns out, that is a great trick to have up your sleeve. JB every single week kept us as audience members and the judges guessing, and she excelled in so many different areas. Snatch game, the musical, runways, even the roast. I mean, she was there at the top, but failed to secure wins so many times. And that made me a little sad every single week to watch her be so close to a Ru Peter badge, but never get to taste it. But despite all of that, she kept a great attitude throughout the competition, rolled with the punches, took the critiques, and elevated her drag to new and different heights with every successive episode. She was a fierce competitor to the very end, and tonight in the challenge was no exception. She sang, "Strut to the beat, compose with me. This bird is flying high, shouting cooey." A great acknowledgement to her musical bird performance, by the way. People say blondes have more fun, so bleach it up, make it fashion, hun. And if I haven't already, then let me say, I'm Northern Irish, babe, it's your lucky gay. And I think honestly, JB gave a really underrated lyrical delivery and performance here tonight. She wasn't just hitting her marks, doing tough choreo, getting picked up by the dancers, and lip syncing every single one of her words perfectly, but she did it in very obvious control of everything she was doing. This was her Britney moment, and I say, gimme more. Plus, I want to commend her lyric writing here. It was a lot better than I think her first lyrics that we saw from her in the girl group challenge. She's Northern Irish, babe, it's your lucky gay. This was hot. Plus, JB had another phenomenal runway tonight. This was reminiscent of, I think, the styling heights that she reached on her Ruffles runway 2 weeks ago. I absolutely love the gorgeous gold bent metal shield that she's carrying down the runway, as she says, giving an homage to Schiaparelli fashion. On someone so soft and pretty and charismatic as JB, I think this contrast of hardness and softness is a really, really beautiful place to be for her. And all I'm trying to say is that I think she looks phenomenal. She was somebody who struggled a little bit, I think, to really put her stamp on what exactly JB represents in drag. But on the other hand, it was that versatility and, again, unexpected wildcard element that she has that I think ultimately allowed her to succeed in the way she did. If she wasn't experimenting every single week with something different, I don't think she would have been able to get the critiques that ultimately allowed her to improve and become a better contestant. I can only imagine where she'll take this newfound power in drag. JB, this look is hot. So our final four queens absolutely killed it in the challenge and on the runway tonight. And when it all comes down to it, RuPaul makes the final decision to let only 2 queens enter the true finale, the final lip sync. And, big surprise, he chooses Cheddar Gorgeous and Danny Beard. Neither of them were ever in the bottom, and they each entered the finale with 4 wins. This episode was a simple victory lap intended for one of them to ultimately take the crown home. And I did react to this lip sync as well as the best parts of this finale over on my Patreon. That's my members only website where my Patreon family gets exclusive member benefits, like early access to my YouTube videos, access to exclusive videos, and access to the Bussy Queen Discord server, and you can join by clicking the link in the description of my video. See you there. But as correct as I think that decision Ru made was, was, I will say, I was surprised with the ultimate outcome. And to use a cliche, I did not have a dog in this fight. I would have been thrilled to have seen the crown go to Danny or Cheddar. I think there has never been a drag race competition this close. If Rue had given them both a crown, I would have been happy. I think the fan base would have been happy. I think they would have been happy. And I think that was evident even in how happy they were for each other when they saw who ultimately did win. But I was surprised when Danny was called as the winner because the storytelling throughout the season almost felt like we had this narrative shift to Cheddar that was so strong throughout the middle chunk of the season that was like, okay, obviously they're gonna give the crown to Cheddar. Then at the last minute, we have Danny Beard winning the roast. And then we've got this finale. It was just neck and neck. I do think Cheddar had a slight, just a hair above Danny there. Her performance was slightly more dynamic and I think interesting because we got to see this crazy alien look she was wearing come apart. And each time she would take off one of the pieces, like the gloves with the crazy fingers, you would see that she actually had more details to the look underneath each piece. There was gold foil on the hands, there was makeup scale shading on her legs. And for someone who I've given the critique of maybe not being the strongest dancer, she absolutely makes up for that in performance ability. The theatrics she was giving in this lip sync were phenomenal, as were Danny's. Both of them did amazingly, and I'm so happy for the winner, Danny Beard. But yeah, maybe this should have been a double crowning. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Finally though, before we jump into the drama of this finale and talk about our hottest hots from the episode, I just want to one more time say congratulations to everyone in this season and give an extra special congratulations to Danny Beard, our newly crowned queen of the UK. And may her reign be fortunate, long, and hairy. Now, onto the drama. First, let's talk about Baby. Oh my god. I missed her last week, and this week, I know she would have killed that performance. But yeah, she wasn't there, and people were noticing that online. Someone tweeted out, where TF was Baby in the finale, and she tweeted, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, with a sparkle emoji. And then later that evening, she tweeted this out, don't refer to me as a drag queen anymore. A Twitter user then responded to her, writing, out of interest given, we've just seen you compete on Drag Race and seen your love for drag. What has changed in this regard? I'm catching a tone of resentment towards the term drag queen. And Baby responded, no resentment at all. I just don't think it's a term that's applicable to me anymore. I'm a non-binary performer / creative, but I wouldn't call it drag. And another Twitter asked her, are you quitting drag? To which she responded, I'll still be performing, etc. if that's what you mean. No, what I meant was like, have you stopped doing full-time drag? Or do you still do the drag and taking a break? XXX. And Baby said, I'll be performing / working full-time as I have been for many years. Ha. Makeup, a wig, and a look doesn't mean I'm doing drag. Ha. And so far as of when I'm making this video, that's all Baby has chosen to share with everybody publicly. The important takeaway being, I think she is going to continue performing, so don't expect her to not be on any show rosters or anything. But I think she is expressing a sentiment that is maybe more common in the UK. We've seen Bimini kind of take a departure from calling herself a drag queen, but all we can really do here in this situation is respect her wishes. As to why Baby wasn't in the last 2 episodes though, I think the answer is fairly obvious. She stepped away from the show to take care of herself and her mental health, and I think continuing to be on the show would have been antithetical to why she stepped away in the first place. Just speculation though, just speculation, gossip, and drama from the Gossip Queen. We also saw an interesting dramatic tweet from JB after the finale who wrote, I wonder if you'll hear what happened after the crowning and the truth of what happened. To which Cheryl Hole replied, writing, Jonbers keeping us on the edge of seat with drama even when the last episode aired. Spill the tea, gal. To which Jonbers ultimately replied, writing, wasn't anything to do with the gals, just another day in the office of having a funny accent. And there doesn't seem to be more information on this either. This felt very Tia Coffee and Priyanka Twitter feud that they had a couple of weeks ago, fake to rile up the fans and get people talking. And honestly, who doesn't love a little fake drama? There was a little bit of real drama that came from this finale though. Krystal Versace had a little bit of a back and forth on Twitter with Hungry, or IsSheHungry as you might know her by if you've seen her handles across her platforms. And it started with Hungry calling out Krystal on Twitter, writing, when you spill a little ink, when you buy it at Versace, which featured a video clip showing some makeup that Hungry had done on a model right next to the makeup that Krystal did for her finale return look in this episode. And if you've followed Hungry over the years, she is undeniably a talented makeup artist who, yes, this style of makeup, I would say probably originated with her. This also though isn't the first time that Hungry has called out other people doing makeup in her style or similar to her style. After the call out, Hungry tweeted this: "She barely got 2 lines in, but then again, it's probably hard to open one's mouth with someone else's stretched across your own. Shrug emoji, send tweet Siri, send tweet, tweet it, send, send." And Krystal has responded just once as of when I'm making this video to this feud, writing to IsSheHungry: "If only you could walk properly," with this video of Hungry walking a runway. It's getting hot in here. And of course, as the Twitter stans do, this situation got a little bit out of hand. Krystal was being called nasty names on Twitter, and Cornbread jumped to her defense, writing this: "I frankly don't give a damn about the Krystal vs. Miss Hungry situation, but y'all not to sit here and say Krystal transphobic and racist. We know each other very well, and we not about to pull that. All y'all messy ass stans, please pipe down. Ain't got to do with y'all. And don't comment opinions on the debate they are having. I'ma just click block. Don't care to discuss it." And that's that. We also got some tweets from Just May, who tweeted this out after the finale: "You all need to get effed. Quote, Michelle's face when she walked out. Quote, it was so ill-fitted. Quote, she only does one face. When you get behind the panel, you get to judge me. Until then, just keep your opinions to yourself. You really know how to spoil a beautiful end to something." And followed that up with: "For the record, I loved my look. I thought I looked beautiful." I think she really did look great here. This really actually was a beautiful end to Just May's time on Drag Race. You look great, May. Ignore the trolls. There's a troll on the Twitter platform. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, our hottest hots. In the performance, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Black Peppa. And on the runway tonight, Cheddar Gorgeous. And I, of course, also asked my patrons to vote on their hottest hots, and they're in agreement with me, Black Peppa for the challenge, and Cheddar Gorgeous for the runway. But I'd love to know what y'all are thinking about this finale's challenge and runway, and even some of the drama we discussed down in the comments below. I also want to say thanks to you for watching today's video and being with me here throughout Drag Race UK forward to review it and hot or rot every single challenge and runway look. It's been a great time. And don't forget to check out today's video sponsor, Mech Arena, an awesome brand new PvP shooter you can download using the link in the description of this video to get a special starter pack to get a head start in the game. I promise you're gonna love it. And finally, I want to say thanks to all of my generous patrons who truly make my channel possible, and give an extra special shout out to Top Hat Samurai, Cameron B, Bubble Fate, and Ushy Gushy Girl, who've just joined my Patreon at the tier, and Aiden the Individual, Ace of Hakel, Ashley Brungart, Cyrus, Daniel Sandez, Dicky, Felicia, Frankie, Hector Simancas, Jeffrey Steenberg, Joseph Kyle, Laura, Seth, Louis Labrador, Ref, Luke Peterson, Mark James, Matthew Burns, Matto, Michelle, Your Bell, Panda Kitty, Sailor, Stephen, Topher, Travis Lundy, Wheelie, and Will and Tana, who are all supporting me at my Bussy Queen Collector tier over at patreon.com. See y'all later. Love ya. Bye.